This is an interesting concept, questions from fans, because questions from fans either tend to be really, really interesting or not. Sometimes they're just idiotic, and sometimes they're really fascinating. Yeah, so I'm fascinated to find out whether they're fascinating or not.
If it's not, you just plead the fifth.
Or I'll say something really incredibly rude that you'll have to edit out.
Okay. First question: did you used to hang out at the hacienda, and if so, how was it like back in the day?
I did used to attend the hacienda. Wouldn't I say I hung out there because I lived at the opposite end of the country. But there was a TV show on a Saturday morning that was filmed in Manchester, and we always had to fly up the night before, and I always used to insist, I used to go, let's go to the hacienda. And we'd go to the hacienda, and hence every Saturday morning TV appearance I made with this pop band.
Yeah,
if you look at my eyes, if you look at my eyes, I'm always like this. That and Beats International as well. I would always drag them to the hacienda, and I DJ'd there a few times. We did our second album in Stockport, which was just up the road. So yeah, I mean, I went there a lot. I wouldn't say I hung out there because, like I said, I lived in Brighton, which is the opposite end of the country, but I was there whenever I could.
When in town?
When in town, I was there.
Yeah. Has there been a talk about a House Martin reunion? I'm sorry about this.
There has been talk, mainly from journalists, not from any members of the band. No, we made a pact that we would never reform, and we actually we all met up for lunch about 2 or 3 years ago around some reissue of one of our albums or something. And we met for lunch and we said, we're all sticking by the pact. And we actually increased the pact that we will only reform if the Smiths reform. And the Smiths will only reform if the royal family in England abdicate. So there's 2 caveats. Yeah. We're not saying never, but we're saying probably not.
But that means a great thing would happen.
Yeah.
Because you would reform if Smiths reform?
Well, it would be quite funny. But I think hell will freeze over before the Smiths reform.
I know. Yeah.
And also, I don't think it would be that good. The House Martins playing. I mean, Paul. I saw Paul at Glastonbury, and he is having great fun doing what he's doing. What I do is so completely different now to what I was doing with him, and we're both happier doing what we are now. And there's no reason for me to try and relearn how to play the bass, or
No.
to teach him the lyrics of Rockefeller Skank. It's just not going to work.
Okay. Next question. Do you have a favorite Icelandic band?
I do. Sigur Rós.
Sigur Rós. Well done.
I got it right.
Well done. Okay. Do you know any other Icelandic band?
I know. The rock blues band.
Kaleo.
Kaleo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you know too.
So, yeah, which is not bad because a lot of countries I go to, they ask that question, and I don't know any at all.
We're in Iceland.
Yeah.
Next question from.
Oh no, Gus Gus as well.
Ah, you know Gus Gus?
Yeah.
Did you?
Well, I mean, not know them personally, but
no.
I'm aware of their work. And there's someone called Björk or something.
Yeah.
No, I think very much like England musically, per capita you produce a lot of very interesting music for such a small country.
Yeah.
Unlike England, you also, football-wise, you produce a lot of talent for a small country. Yeah. Where us, it's the other way around.
Yeah. Next question. What's your favorite Fatboy Slim song? And I don't want a diplomatic answer. It's not like choosing between your children. he just took the diplomatic answer away from you, so you have to answer.
There's no diplomacy involved. It's actually quite an easy one. It's right here, right now. Okay. And it's only because I tend to hear it I hear it at football matches, and hearing the teams run out to it, and it just gives me goosebumps. Oh. And most of the records that I make, never gives me goosebumps. Yeah. But there's something about that. There's something about the chords and the build and everything that still gets me. Yeah. I never seem to tire it, and I hear it in such unlikely places, and even like kind of political rallies and things. And there's been a few political rallies where I've had to have a word with them and say, look, you're not allowed to use this. Yeah. I don't like your politics. But it's a kind of it's a sort of timeless thing, and also, like praise you, it means anything to anyone. Right here, right now. It just means right here, right now. Here we are. You know.
Yeah. It's great. First time we get.
It doesn't seem to age.
Yeah, exactly. How does it feel to own your own football team, and why did you buy it? And now I'm referring to Brighton.
I don't own the football team.
I
do not own the football team. I contributed some money when the football team had no money and was about to die. And because of my love for the football team, I bailed them out, and because of that, they've given me a free parking space and 3% of the club.
Yeah, it's 3%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
but it feels great to be part of it. Oh, they also let me play 2 shows at the stadium.
Yeah, very good.
Which was lovely. So no, it's an ongoing. It's a very. I mean, the city where I live, Brighton, is quite large, but we still feel like a very small community. And I'm very proud of Brighton, the city. Brighton seems to be quite proud of me, the fact that I still live there. Yeah. I'm very proud of the football team. The football team are proud that I go and watch the team every week. So it's very much like a family.
Yeah, it's a
and so it's more of a family thing. It's not a very good investment whatsoever.
No.
And I've recently found out that my 3% shares of the club aren't worth anything until we've paid back £220 million that we borrowed.
Okay.
So even if we get to the Premiership, I just about by the time I die, I might get my money back.
Okay. Would you be able to reassemble the dance group from the Praise You video for a new single?
I would physically probably be able to, yes.
Yeah. You know them? Do you know these people?
No, I mean, I still know Spike very well, and he has kept in touch with many of them, and they all keep in touch, and they, I mean, we've still got all their phone numbers, and all of them, I keep bumping into various members of them in America, and they they laugh, because what they thought was just like a big joke suddenly became they became famous.
Yeah.
And they said they get recognised in the street and things like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so there's an enormous amount of goodwill.
Yeah.
And everybody who's involved in it, we all still laugh about how it. And I could get hold of their phone numbers, and we could. But it's a bit like the House Martins.
Yeah,
exactly. Why would we do it?
Yeah, exactly.
We're all still friends.
We have a good thing.
We're all still friends and everything, and we could, but why?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it is kind of like the first flash mob dance thing.
Well, yeah,
right?
and it was also, I think it was one of the first flash mob things. It was also one of the first sort of viral things where it wasn't a glossy, expensive pop video.
Exactly.
It was just a really stupid idea that caught on.
Yeah. This is the final question. Do you own I Am Number One, So Why Try Harder t-shirt? And do you know the guy on the cover of the album?
No. Yes, I do own one of those t-shirts, but not the one.
Oh, okay.
Just ones promotional ones that we've done. But no, we've never found the guy.
Where is it from? How did you get the picture?
We've got in touch with the photographer who and bought the rights to the photo of the photographer, but he never managed to take the name of the guy in the photo.
Yeah.
And I've said many times that if this guy wants to come forward, we'll give him some money, or The picture was taken, I believe, in 1981, and the album came out in '97. I'm assuming if he'd carried on that kind of lifestyle, and that he might well be deceased by now. Yes. But no, we never found it. He forever will be known as the Fat Kid.
I know.
And we never know what his real name is.
No, but if he turns up,
I will shake his hand, and we'll do a TV special together.
Yeah, man. Great. Well, that's all the time
Excellent.
we have.
Excellent.
Thank you
Nice to talk to you.
So much for doing
good
this.
questions.
Yeah.
Well done, listeners. Great questions.